for all those balloons that popped. Oh, the humanity.
We are live.
We are live.
Glad I went to the bathroom.
I just saw these guys for the third time in December. Collective Soul. I saw them over at, my wife and I went to see them at the casino down Red Wing, Treasure Island. It was Tonic, Collective Soul, and Better Than Ezra. I was really surprised at Better Than Ezra. Like, they put on a great show, but like I said, third time seeing Collective Soul, and every time they're just fantastic.
There's only 6 cars. You all do a race every single time. Actually, no, I don't think that's how it works. The same thing. Okay.
Hey everybody! It's live. We're here and it's race day.
It's race day!
Everyone excited? Ready for that?
I am so excited. I'm harnessing the energy of butterflies, so let's get this started.
Butterflies and coffee. All right, been here very early. Get everything all set up for you guys. We're set and ready to go.
Should we do the national anthem?
We should do the national anthem.
Do you have one queued up, or you want me to get that?
I have one queued up.
You do? Awesome.
You should probably do
Oh, so
one
that everyone in here?
too,
All right.
yeah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Check, your car's disqualified.
Hey everyone, we're back. Everyone excited? Who's excited? I can't hear you.
This is the AOL group. This is the first ones in, first ones out, I guess, for all the scouts. You guys have been in this for a while. We got some veterans, it looks like, here. And we got some other veterans over in the pits over there getting ready to stop any cars from flying off the track. Like, have you ever seen in that South Park episode when the car goes into space?
You know, maybe we need to take a look at some of these cars over here.
I think we do.
Yeah?
We got any good special cars?
Are there any special cars over there? Yeah, are we ready to race?
For those of
Race
you watching,
officials, are we ready to race?
For those of you watching on the web, if you can let us know kind of how the sound is, if anything needs to come up or down, that'd be awesome. And for you guys, you just get to put up with it.
Yep.
I just get to come here because it's like the old school guy that's been in this for a while. I've been kind of removed from it. Haven't had a kid in Scouts. Haven't had to build a car. I mean, watch a kid build a car in a while.
Okay. Cars are being transitioned onto the raceway right now.
I'm here to be like better than Joe Buck, but more like Tony Romo. I'm going to give you some good detailed analysis on some of these champion cars. And to spin some great tunes.
We like great tunes.
So there too on the YouTube channel, if you guys have any requests within reason, and in the crowd here, I guess too. We'll put a tip jar. We'll put a tip jar over by the front.
We have currently 5 viewers online. 5 viewers.
Yay, 5 people.
I got my race gloves on.
Where'd you get?
I was working on my car, and then they were in my car, so I'm like, well, they're my race gloves now.
Right. So I went on to eBay.
Yeah.
No, not Amazon. I went on Amazon, and I had a Ricky Bobby shirt coming. And I was gonna wear it today, and then my shipping was delayed.
That is hot off the press. That's the other reason I need these gloves, because that's hot
it.
off the
Ooh,
press.
That is hot. That's hot. So this first race in lane number 1, and lane number 1 is closest to you, to me. It's the purple lane. We have number 10, Noah Benson. Noah B. Noah. And lane 2, we have Carl. In lane 3, we have Conrad. Lane 4 is Cody. Lane 5 is Margot. And lane 12 is Peter.
Oh, 12? we got an extended track?
Lane 6, car number 12.
All right, this is where it all goes down right here. Leave all that graphite dust behind. Let's kick it off. Are we going to have the Scouts count it down for us? Are you guys going to count it down for us?
Yes. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, breakaway speed. Did you see? I'm telling you, we're going to leave this for the next generation to have like playbacks
Yes.
on a big screen and on the web for us.
Reset it too fast.
Ooh,
We're gonna have
because
to rerun that heat.
we're going to have to rerun that heat? Ooh,
Okay.
I'm going to be interested to see.
Judges weren't ready.
We should take note of this, how that went down. I noticed in lane 4, here's where my analysis comes in, and I wish we could draw on a screen for everyone. Lane 4, I noticed it was taking quite the lead right out the gate, and then there was a little bit of a waver. I don't know if another car bumped it, had a little bump draft, wavered, and all of a sudden lane 2 just
Took off.
and took the lead. And that is a difference of a 0.05 of a second just because of that. So let's see what happens in the second run for that.
We have a race official on the track.
Get him off the track. For those of you that are new to this and those of you tuned in at home, we do multiple heats. So even if your car is on lane 1, it's going to end up racing on each of the lanes just in case one of the lanes might be a little slow or the graphite needs to work in a little bit more. And then we take, I think do we throw out the worst time?
Yep.
Or do we just average them all out?
No.
Slowest goes out, and then it averages.
Slowest goes out, and then we average all of them out. So it's fair playing ground. And then you know, if like lane, 3 is the slowest lane for everyone, well, that's all right. Everyone's heat for lane 3 ends up getting thrown in the recycling bin.
That's right. So hold on, I gotta reset something quick.
All
Time to
right,
reset.
We are waiting on the race officials.
I better
Let's
get
take a
some
look
more,
at the track.
more music queued up then for us
Okay,
here.
we're watching the track.
Hi, Daddy. You checking my own car?
Better ask Josh to do that.
Okay, hopefully this one works.
You have my car.
All right, are we set on the race official set? We set on the starting line? Let's count it down, Scouts. 3, 2,
1.
difference on
there
that
we go.
was
It didn't work.
it didn't work again. That was,
All right.
I gotta get that sound effect queued up.
Okay, we have a
Hold on, he said it
technical
did.
issue.
We have a technical. This is unprecedented. We have a technical difficulty.
And you thought it would have been me.
But you had your coffee fuel, so no technical difficulties yet.
I may have been up till 1:30 setting up these Wi-Fi cameras. And then here at 6.
Are those just viewers or do we got comments?
No comments yet.
No comment.
Orange line is Carl, Dr. Figure says. Oh, we do have a few comments here. Good luck, everyone. From Shirley Solom. Katie says, yes, I'm so excited. I just can't.
Hide it.
And it says the sound is great, so we're doing good.
Awesome.
We're doing
Good.
something right. Oh, and we do have a play request.
Oh, what do we got?
Yeah, Thunderstruck.
Oh, and actually, Jerry, you look at that right there, number 4.
What is the chances of that?
We'll get to that shortly. Right now, just because I gotta make a little fun of Brian for the technical difficulty, because we only get to do this once a year, so we can poke a little fun. When Brian, right away, when Brian was all like, "Uh-oh, technical difficulty, we gotta run it again." I'm keeping that one queued up for the rest of today. That's a good one. I have a feeling it's not going to be the last time we hear that. It's going to be that kind of day. After this, I have to actually I get to drive all the way in the deep woods of Wisconsin and play a gig. So we
Deep woods of Wisconsin?
Hopefully, any sort of moments will stay in here, not on my 3-hour drive.
If you hear banjos. When I went, when we went to Weeblo's camp last year,
Yeah.
I'm walking into our campsite, trying to find our campsite.
The bracket up there.
Flip up the bracket. Yes.
And I'm walking into campsite, and the counselor named Banjo is playing the song from Deliverance. Playing banjos. I just turned around and walked right out of there.
He knows what's up. You know, right now it'd be great if we had one of those like in the pit reporters to go and talk to each of the racers and find out what their secrets are. Because I mean, this is the AOL group. They could be passing so much wisdom down to like the tigers and the lions.
You know, we could do that.
Well, let's do that while we wait for the technical difficulties to be fixed.
Let me cue this up. I'm going to walk off here for a second.
We don't have a microphone set up for that. Oh well. Although, is there going to be a microphone on that?
I can do that.
We're trying a couple things out. See, you guys get to see some of the technical side of this then too, what we're trying to do. Because someday you'll be parents needing to run a Pinewood Derby, and you'll think back to this stuff and be like, "Wow, that was some really old equipment that those guys used." Use a reel-to-reel over here.
All right. So I'm going to leave my chair for a second.
It's still a little too early to get like super into it.
Andy's going to hit the transition button here
All right.
when I'm ready.
Time to transition. Into a vampire.
Still not. I loaded that software. I think that was a mistake.
I think it's because it was so cold the last week.
No, it was that.
No, blame the cold.
I'd like to. I should have gone with my.
See, and back in the day, they would just use a wooden track and have 2 or 3 guys at the bottom just being like, "Yep, that's the winner." but we get all technical up here, and
Okay, so we want to
so sometimes software is an issue.
The gimbal. All right.
Ready? We're gonna try this out.
All right. First of all, do we have
Put the
sound? We
gate
gotta check
back
to see
up.
if we have sound.
Guys, don't share your secrets.
This is where we need to like.
Never.
This is where we need to have like an intern running into some of this stuff.
All right. Yep.
It's too early to try to be like an energetic DJ and control that and do this.
It is a little.
Energy drinks and coffee have to kick in.
I think next year the new Cub Master will be sitting there.
That's what you always would think, but no, we're coming back. We will be like long gray beards and really old, and the three of us will still be coming over to this thing and running it. Why? Because we like it. Yes.
All right, there we go. We
And
are
why?
ready.
Because we like doing this. This is fun.
Go ahead and transition.
Transition time. All right. Well, for those of you joining in on the web, there were a couple of technical difficulties on the audio side there, as you saw. But part of that was because these wonderful scouts were giving very proprietary information. Yeah, their IP, their intellectual properties. So we had to mute the camera so that only those here live could possibly hear their secrets. But those of you at home, you'd have to try to read their lips. Oh, but they're wearing masks, so good luck. You will never know their secrets now.
Well, what if I become a
I don't want to do this by paper.
All right, so for those of you AOLs right here, how many of you, because I've been out of Scouts for a little while, I recognize a couple of you, but how many of you guys are new to Scouts this year? Any of you? No? I didn't think so. So this is not your first Pinewood Derby. Good. I think that's why we saw some really good speeds. These kids, these are the ones that I think they actually did make these themselves, right, Jerry?
I think you're.
I think they.
onto something there.
I think they would pass the color test,
I think they would.
and they'd probably actually be able to tell us more about the build themselves.
I think you're definitely onto something. I think you know they all knew the color of the car.
Yep.
I mean we don't see that in Lions or Tigers.
Yep.
They oftentimes don't even know what color the car is.
Or if it's turned around backwards.
Yep.
Yep. So are you guys excited? You guys are crossing over into Boy Scouts then, right? Or 270 today, later. Awesome. Well, congrats. Come on, guys. Come on, crowd. Give it up for them. They're crossing over to Boy Scouts today.
So we have some that are crossing over to 270. We also have some that are crossing over to the Plymouth Troop.
Ooh.
477.
477. So some will go to 270, some will go to 477. Oh, it's like when you leave high school and you and your friends go to different colleges.
It is exactly like that.
Just like that. The suspense. It is so suspenseful, like can cut that tension with a plastic McDonald's knife.
Super exciting.
I gotta fix, because I'm looking scraggly. I need to get over to Hammers to get a trim.
Yeah, you're
Visit their new location.
You notice from last year. I don't know, clean
Yep,
shave.
yep. Well, you know, my boys are growing their hair out. My oldest has like the really good like hockey hair and lacrosse hair. So I was like, all right, well, I'll grow mine out again. It's been years.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. This doesn't work.
As you can see, I don't use beard dye anymore. I already had that. You know, I think it was about last year I was talking about that sponsorship.
Yep.
Well, I'm just going to talk and fill up time while we're waiting for the track to get fixed. For those of you, you should tune into my YouTube channel, the D5 family. We have a lot of great content. In fact, we even do some product reviews. I even got an affiliation agreement last year to try a beard dye product. And that thing's got like, one of the videos has over like 3,000 or 4,000 views. And so guys, if you're looking to color your beard or your hair a little bit, try out that product. Watch the video. It's about simpler hair color, natural product. I don't use it anymore because I just don't, but and not to say I wouldn't use it, I'd shave my beard every once in a while, so if you keep a beard permanent, it's definitely worth it to check that out. Check out our video and the product. Like I said, did an affiliation agreement with them, so watch the video and there's a link to get, I think it's 10% off your purchase. I heard someone over there say, is it wool? I thought he was talking about the beard. No. Well, AOLs, are you guys excited to move into Boy Scouts? Some of the camping and other experiences that you'll have there? Your time here at Cub Scouts was really awesome, though. I mean, you got to have a lot of fun growing up into the Scout program, got to do stuff with your parents. That's part of what it's about, spending time with family and friends and learning new things and learning new activities.
All right.
Now there's audio. All right.
Now there's audio.
Yeah, just like, Romo and some of those guys, I never won a championship as a Pinewood Derby racer. I was part of a crew that at least brought home some trophies, but never the championship. But I have great analysis. I've also seen some great winners come through. We got a couple dynasties that come through here. There's one or two that I think they got. Oh, I don't know. They got how many more kids they got running through here. One. There's one or two dynasties. I think that only it's this year or this year and next year, and then we'll see what new groups can emerge. There's a couple of those labs that they do their race, and then they're already working on next year's plan immediately. Got to give props to those labs. We're about ready? Oh, we're about ready! Let's go, Scouts, let's go! Third time's the charm, guys. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All
right, luckily, I think it's basically the same result we've been seeing overall.
And it actually gave me time.
And it gave you times this time.
All right, so we have number 1
200ths of a second.
is Margot. Is that correct?
No, or in first place
First.
should be lane 2.
Oh, I'm looking at it backwards. Huh?
Yep.
That's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, your camera's on the other side there.
Yeah.
Oh. Ba, 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 ba.
Okay, here, that's for you to call now.
All right. All right, so it looks like in first we had Carl, in second we had Cody, in third we had Noah, in fourth we had Peter, in fifth we had lane 3, Conrad, and in sixth we had Margot in lane 5. Now we're going to start it over for heat number 2. It's funny, this is not their first rodeo, this is not our first rodeo, but you know what? It kind of feels like it right now. Let's see, all right, in lane 1 we got Peter, the number 12 car, and we got Noah in lane 2, we got Carl in lane 3, we got Conrad in lane 4, in lane 5 Cody, and then in lane 6 Margot.
Let's hear the countdown. 3,
2, 1.
All right, you ready?
All right, so let's see. We have in first place lane 3, that was Carl. In second place, lane 5, Cody. In third place, lane 2, Noah. In fourth place, Peter in lane 1. And in fifth place, we have Margot. And in sixth place, we have Conrad. Now again, remember, you take your slowest time, throw it out the window into the recycling bin, and then we average out the rest of them. So, let's get ready for heat number 3. In lane 1, Margot. In lane 2, Peter. In lane 3, Noah. In lane 4, Carl. In lane 5, Conrad. And in lane 6, Cody.
Okay. Carl's gonna get first. Carl, you got first.
Yes, I've got first like every single time.
Yeah, but you are going. You're gonna get first.
Bro, I've got to get first.
If you're in lane 4, that's the walk. Lane 4 is the one that walks.
Dude, wait.
Hey, Scouts.
3,
It at least landed wheel like a cat on its feet.
How did that happen?
And for heat number 4, we got in lane 1, Cody, in lane 2, Margot, in lane 3, Peter, in lane 4, Noah, and in lane 5, Carl, and Conrad in lane 6. Bump.
yeah,
And then it does that waiver, and,
Yep.
and sometimes it's hard for the driver to get the car back under control because they're about this big inside the car.
all right, we ready to race?
Give us more energy! Yeah! Let's do it!
Count it down, Scouts.
3, 2, 1.
All right, all right. While they're getting a little set up, I'd say let's hear a word from our sponsor, but I don't think we have any sponsors this year. We're flying by.
You know what?
Just
Do have sponsors.
skin of our teeth. We do?
Yes.
Well, I think they're ready in the pits, so we'll get the sponsor queued up for the next heat. All right, Scouts, are you ready? Yeah! Don't stop believing. All right, let's do this.
3,
2, 1.
There you go. Ooh! Now, definitely have to watch down that playback. I noticed it. The graphite's starting to work in a little bit. Yes, that's part of my analysis of that. That's what I noticed.
maybe it has a variable weight system that it moves forward during the race.
So in first place we had Carl, in second we had Cody, in third we had Noah, in fourth we had Peter, in fifth we had Conrad, and in sixth we had Margot.
You know, if you were to use a Mercury system where it would put the weight at the front, and then as it hits the bottom, it leveled out, we should
Definitely have some mercury on the track. Yes, that would be like
I
the
mean,
oil
sealed,
spills.
sealed,
Yeah,
sealed.
sealed
Yes,
mercury.
yes. and encased.
How about an inanimate carbon rod? All right, time for heat number 6 of 6. This is it, boys and girls. AOL. This is it, the 6th heat, the final heat. In lane 1, we have Carl. In lane 2, Conrad. In lane 3, Cody. In lane 4, Margot. In lane 5, Peter. And in lane 6, Noah. All right, let's get the party started. You guys get loud. This is the last heat.
This is the last heat of this.
This is, yes, exactly. That's what I'm getting at. The last heat where you guys are Cub Scouts together in your AOL deal. So
This is your
get
last Pinewood
rowdy.
Derby as Cub Scouts. So let's hear it.
All right, one more time. Let me hear you on the countdown. Ready? Oh, neck and neck at the end there on lanes 1 and 3. That was awesome. We got Carl in first, Cody in second, Noah in third, Peter in fourth, Conrad in fifth, and Margot in sixth. You know, it's like I said, it's very interesting. You see some of that when the graphite starts to work into the axle a little bit more, or they start to just kind of wear into the wheel a little bit, and they find the track, they find the groove, and some of those cars, they get a little neck and neck, and they get that breakaway at the end. We were starting to see that there. I think if they had if they would have been able to do some practice runs, who knows what would have happened, but that was just some great racing all around. Very close between the number 1 and number 2 spots.
All right.
Our scouts, you need to get up there.
We're going to take a bit of a commercial break here.
All right.
The Boy Scouts of America and Jackling's Jerky presents Scouting with Sasquatch.
They slowly opened the tent, and standing right in front of them was the giant guy with the weird, huge, thing, and he was sweating. And he walked over to them and told them that the scientist that who escaped that I talked about earlier was his brother, and he brought that almost full circle to them. That's a true story. Think about it. I still got it.
Jackling's Jerky is now the official protein snack of the Boy Scouts of America.
We are back from our commercial break.
Right now they're tabulating the results, and we're going to find out how that went. Again, the top 3 were very, very close. You can see on each race. I mean, they were within 200ths of a second, pretty consistent. So I think this is going to be neat. This is going to be real neat. That's the best I can say is this is going to be neat.
We had some good performers today, some really distinguished looking cars.
Yes. You can tell, I mean, they were trying to throw a little bit of style in there, but they were also trying to work mostly on like aerodynamics and speed on the cars. Definitely need to take note on some of these times, because I'm going to want to see on the next upcoming races how AOL compares with them. Because, I mean, we got Weeblos coming up that it's their first year as Weeblos, but you never know. They might end up having faster cars. In fact, who do we have after AOL? Who's coming up next?
Who is coming up next?
I think it's Weeblos.
Yes.
Wow. How about that? Yeah. Or and because I've done scheduling in the past and kind of figured we'd go that route too.
Get the older ones out of the way first,
Yep.
so they can wait longer.
Yep.
They have a little bit more patience.
Yeah, let the younger scouts come in right around lunchtime. That way they can sleep in, watch some cartoons, play with the dog or the cat, and then game time. Get zoned in, ready to drive that Pinewood Derby car down the track, have a snack, and then maybe come back for the championship.
I think it's time for a word from our sponsor.
All right.
Welcome back. I'm David Jacoby.
And I'm Katie Nolan, and you are watching ESPN 8 The Ocho, brought to you by State Farm.
Next up, Dodgeball, a true underdog story, a film in which Lance Armstrong serves as the moral compass.
Something wrong with that?
No.
Look at that, we're back.
All right. They're just about finished tabulating the times. Uh-oh, do we need a third impartial justice of the court, or? I do.
All right, here we go.
All right, so which one should we announce first? Scout favorite last? All right, we'll do that. Let's queue up some. Oh yeah, what do you want to do? Do you want to do favorite first, or do the? No, we should tell them who got third first. We'll do that. We'll go with that one. All right, AOL Scouts, on your final races that you did as Cub Scouts. In third place with a scale speed of 186.8 miles per hour, Noah in car number 10.
Nicely done, Noah.
In second place with a scale speed of 192.7 miles per hour, Cody in car number 14.
Nicely done, Cody.
And in first place with a scale speed of 194.6 miles an hour, with that breakaway speed, get away from the cops speed, first place goes to Carl in car number 17.
Nicely done. That was some fast racing right there.
I think the only thing that could have beat his car was a Lamborghini. All right, and then the fan favorite goes to car number 12, Peter. All right, now they're doing pictures over there. For those of you on the web, they're doing pictures over there in the winner's circle. Maybe a little later we'll get some more stuff set up. We can show from the pit camera what the... That looks really awesome. That's a really cool setup. So you're just going to have to tune in later for the other races to see what other kind of fun things we're going to
We are running
pull out of our hats.
Yes, we are running slightly behind in our race schedule. So I think we're going to transition between here and the next races. And,
Stay tuned.
So stay tuned for the next races coming up.
Good job, Scouts!